Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Greenock. Back here today for round one of the singles. Weather up here again, like yesterday, glorious. And we are just waiting for the first group to tee off.
Okay, welcome to the official Scottish Open here at Greenock. Round one, teeing off first, James Dick.
Sorry, I'm here to support you, mate. Thank you.
So, James Dick to take the first shot.
Oh yes, right, get up.
James has gone left, just clipped
Second
the
is
uphill of
barbecue.
the left side of the fairway there. The ball has rolled back, and I think it's on the path. So next up we have Chris McEwen. So Chris has gone aggressive. And he's over the gorse. I think he's ended up just in the burn up there, but most importantly he's over the gorse. Next up we have Adam Harvey-Davis. Adam has gone dead centre of the left-hand fairway. That's an excellent strike.
And finally in group one, Federico
Ball feeding nicely over to the right-hand side, giving him a great approach shot in there. Finally in group one we have Federico Petrelli. Federico with the left. Very nice shot as well. Very similar there to Adams. I think it'll end up in broadly the same place.
Okay, flight number 2. Callum Haig, Eddie Hurrell, Eddie Ferguson, Gil Amara.
So what we'll do is we'll just hang up here and catch the second flight as they tee off. As I say, we're up here in Greenock today. Weather is absolutely fantastic. 24, 25 degrees. Again, unlike Scotland, there is no wind at all. So couldn't really get any better conditions for foot golf. I just hope everyone's got their sun cream on.
Callum, you got a scorecard?
Afternoon, Paul. Good to see you up here yesterday. Good round, and look forward to catching up with you again today.
Just a reminder that after each hole, make sure that
John Cleary, good luck. Federico, well, Federico after his first shot, it's looking like he's already got some of that, so fingers crossed. Gavin Logan, afternoon Gary, someday for it. You're absolutely right, Gavin. Absolutely perfect conditions, as I say, for today. And I'll pass your good luck on to all. So yeah, today, first round of the singles. We've got tee times from 1 o'clock through to just before 5 o'clock. You'll have myself with the commentary until about 3:30. I'll then be handing over to Callum Haig, the voice of Scottish foot golf, who will take you through the rest of the afternoon, the conclusion of the day today. We're back again tomorrow from 8:30 through to about 12:30, 1 o'clock for the tee-offs, and we will try and capture as much of the footage as we can again tomorrow. Just see the approach there from Federico Petrelli. He's managed to get that onto the fairway just before the green there. He's left himself a fairly straightforward putt uphill to the flag for birdie. I think he'd be quite happy with that. Next up, we just saw Adam there. He managed to get out of the ditch. That's another excellent shot there from Adam. He's gone pretty much the same line as Federico, and he has gone left side of the green. Slightly harder putt, I think, from there because he's playing across the camber, and I don't think it's uphill at all. So next up, we've got James. James has played that one nice and flat. Same line again, and he's on the fringe. Very nice. So we've got 3 players in the first group that have got a pretty good chance of birdie there. Chris McEwen, yellow ball, which you can just see in the distance there. He has an uphill approach shot. Still able to get out the ditch. Nelly Devil Juice, you're absolutely right. Course looks amazing. Good to catch up with you tomorrow. So we just watched Chris McEwen play his third. So Chris has started left. Played that fairly safe. I think a lot of danger over to the right hand side. So Chris is in probably the same spot that the other 3 within the group are. He'll be playing his fourth.
Okay, flight number 2, teeing off first, Callum Haig.
So on to group number 2. And first up, we have Callum Haig. Callum, I could tell by the way he was lining that up, he was going aggressive, and he's over. Excellent shot. Absolute top quality there from Callum. Next up, we have Eddie Hurrell. Eddie, I think, was going fairly aggressive there. That ball, you can see just between the trees, has come out, it's avoided the burn, and it's landed in a very nice position. So he's got a good line in there for his second. Next up, we have Eddie Ferguson. Eddie has gone for it. Wow! So Eddie has cleared the course. But what's that ball going to do? It's going to stick. Ball is stopped. Next up, we have Guy Ibarra. Guy has gone left off the fairway there. Safe shot.
Callum, if you need to just remind them that they're the first group out, pace of play. Okay, group number 3. David Quigley, John Grant, Gareth Spears, Thomas.
So what we're going to do is we'll just take you up with group number 2, and we will watch the approach shots into the first green. Jose, thanks for your good luck messages. Sad not to see you here today, mate. Enjoyed your company as always. So you can see here what we've got. We've got Guille's ball off to the left. Got Eddie and Callum dead centre. And we've got Eddie Ferguson playing his second from the right hand side. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's just nestled in the rough over there. Quite a tricky line into the pin from there. Next up we have Guy. Guy gets some height in the ball. That took a very unkind bounce there. And the ball's just gone off to the right hand side, and that is going to be in the gorse. Eddie Hurrell Now, that ball has gone right, and I think that's very unfortunate. I think that's ended up in the burn. So, Callum Haig in absolutely prime position here. Start the ball off to the left, sensible. There's a left to right turn. Don't think it turned a lot there, if I'm being honest. I thought that would have moved a bit more. I think Callum will be happy with that. So Callum's left himself about a 10-foot putt there. Fairly straightforward from that position, I think. A.D. Ferguson playing the third. You see this shot is very tricky. Playing up through the rough, over the path, through the rough before the green, and then onto the green. But that is excellent. That had a 10% or 20% more on it. That was in. Line was fantastic. You can see here what we've got. A.D. Hurrell couldn't play that, taking on unplayable and a drop. So this will be his fourth. So that ball just died a little bit from the path there, just got the uphill slope and really slowed down. So again, the line was good, but he's left himself 12 foot short. So Lucy Gee, I think he will be fairly happy with where the ball has landed. That is a fortunate lie. Anywhere on that side, I mean, we saw Stevie Cameron yesterday. Not far in at all, probably less than a foot, and couldn't get a stance at all, had to take a drop. So Gee with the toe well out. A.D. Hurrell for bogey. That ball is going to come back. A.D. takes a 6. Gee Barra's just missed on the right hand side, and that ball will come back down here. Tough shot that, playing across the green, a left to right turn. Gee, I think that's also missed right edge. It's gone round the hole and it's come back. So Gee has taken a 6. I think you can already see the danger on hole 1. Callum Haig has missed to the right hand side there, just under hit that slightly. So Callum's taken a 4 there, par. I think he'll be a bit frustrated, if I'm being honest. Missed out on the chance of birdie. A.D. Ferguson, I think that was a 5. So we've seen 2 6s, a 5 and a 4 on hole 1 from our second group. Not an easy start. And I think as we saw yesterday as well, the first 5 holes on this course are extremely tough. Danger all around in a lot of different ways. We'll see that as we move through the course. What we'll do is we'll just watch Group 3 approach to the green. So we've got, in Group 3, we've got David Quigley, John Grant, Gareth Greer and Thomas Innes. So this is sure to be an intensely fought group, I would think. You can see the 4 tee shots there, all on the left-hand side of the fairway, so all 4 players have played safe. I think they saw maybe a couple of tee shots that have gone aggressive, get into bother on the right-hand side and decided we'll be a bit sensible. Darren Cleary, good afternoon, buddy. Good afternoon to you. And Ben and Amanda, good to see you all here yesterday. Good to see you playing, father and son. All that is always great to see. Hopefully catch up with you later. So we see that approach shot come in. That is pretty good. He's left himself 30-foot uphill putt for birdie. Next up we have David Quigley. He started the ball out to the right, knowing that there is a right to left camber. This one is excellent. That ball is just going to drift off to the left-hand side. David will be very, very happy with that. Just coming up to Mark. So we see the next approach shot. So you can see where Thomas is, similar position. That it's a difficult line from there. Got the choice to play left or right if you can. The line though is to play, as we are looking at the flag, out to the right hand side. You can see Thomas has done that. Started the ball out right and the ball should feed over and into the left. Yeah, excellent shot. Turned at the very last moment. Left himself an uphill putt for birdie. See the approach shot there. Gone heavy, gone off the back of the green, and that is quite a tough putt from there. So third shot here, this looks good. This looks good, it's got the legs, just missed. And that ball is just going to drop back, but left himself a tap in par. So it will be Thomas Innes to go next. Putt for birdie. He's just under hit that. Line looked good there. apologies for the technical issues there, folks. The gimbal decided to play up and actually died. I thought the heat might have got it, but we're back. What you might have seen there, I'm not sure if the gimbal caught it, David Quigley missed left edge of the pin, so took a par. Thomas Innes par, and I think the other two players par as well. So good first hole there for Group 3. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move up to the second. So second hole, a par 3, a very, very tough par 3, a long par 3. Playing your tee shot here blind. The pin is just to the right of David Quigley. So that's the line that you're looking for. Callum Haig there, going out of the bushes on the right hand side of this first shot. So playing out to the right hand side. Eddie Ferguson. That looks good. Nice weight. Ball should settle nicely there on the fringe.
Fire.
Eddie Hurrell's second shot. He's gone over that patch of rough there to the left hand side. It's a very difficult stance. I think the ball's come out. And Guy Ibarra. He has played across the golf green. Line is a bit left there. Weight was good. I think you can see there, so all players were playing their second shot. And from what we've just seen, it looks like it was very difficult to actually get up the hill and over the couple of mounds that you really need to get over to get yourself a run down to the green. So Callum Haig, third shot, this is for par. Callum's underhit that. Eddie Hurrell. Ball did end up in the rough. He's managed to get out of there, well out of there. It'll be interesting. What will this ball do? Will it come back? Just come off that back edge there and settle nicely. Left himself a nice tap in for 4. Next up we have Callum Haig playing across the golf green. Fourth shot. And he's underhit that one as well. Callum shot 5, that's just going to fall short, so 6 for Callum here. That's, I guess, the danger in this hole. Tee shot, if you go right, you're in the bushes. Guy Barra, third shot. Weight looks good. Line looks just off to the right side. Very unlucky. Eddie Ferguson, I think he's seen Guy's line there and he's knocked that in. Excellent putt. Eddie Hurrell for a 4, tap in. So hopefully we've now got the sound back. If someone can let me know that we are back up and running okay, that would be very much appreciated. 6. Yeah. Mick McNamee, afternoon to you too. Absolutely glorious in Greenock. I will be trying to find a few spots around the course where there's a bit of shade, if I'm being honest. Thanks guys, let me know the sound is back. I'm not quite sure how we get subtitles. See if we can get that as we move around the course. So we're just waiting for the next group to tee it off and for the balls to come over. See the tee shot there coming in. That looks really, really good. Tee shot there from Thomas Innes. Left himself an 18-foot putt for birdie. Another excellent tee shot. Saw the line that Thomas took and it's left it a little bit shorter, but as we saw with the group before, players were actually struggling to get over the hill and down onto the golf green. So I think what we've seen there is 2 excellent shots with a great chance for birdie. So we've got John Grant there. Tee shot went left off the tee into the bushes. He's played his second out, and I think he probably only had the line to actually go back into the middle of the fairway. So he'll now be playing his third. Line looks good here. Bit aggressive, but just missed on the left edge. Could be reasonably happy with that. Take a bogey from where he was in the trees. As we wait for David Quigley to take his second. So David's found himself in a spot of bother over there on the right hand side, right beside the thorn bush. I think he does have a stance to get to the ball, but just weighing up there whether he's going to play side footed or toe it out. I'm hearing a few groans. This might not end well. So David has hit that out and the line looks excellent. It's just missed on the right edge. I tell you what, from where he was, and he was doing a little dance before he hit that to find a stance, I think that is excellent. So next up we have Gareth Greer for birdie.
The line was very good, mate.
So the weight on that shot was perfect, just missed left edge, very difficult to read. You're coming across the very edge of the golf green and the fringe. So we watch Thomason's for birdie. Ball is just fell short. Very difficult to judge the weight correctly here. David Quigley, squeaky bum time that. John Grant there, tapped in for a bogey. So what we're going to do is we are going to move on to hole number 3, our first of our risk and reward holes, sponsored by Omega Quant. So what we've got here, hole 3, par 4, 130 yards. You're teeing off from an elevated tee box up here, playing across heavy gorse right in front of you, and when you get beyond that there's danger everywhere. Heavy gorse over to the left hand side, fairway cambers a number of different ways, and heavy gorse on the right hand side. So we've got Guy Ibarra. I think he probably had to take a drop there, so that will have been his third. And you can see the danger all around. We've got a burn running across the middle of the fairway, well within driving range. It is playable. I think Callum's decided he's going to take a drop though. So Adi Ferguson had quite a unique lie there, I think. And ball was sitting quite a bit rough. Callum Haig. Wow. Callum has gone direct at the pin there. Oh!
See what happened?
Lipped in and has gone beyond the pin. He's left himself with quite a tough putt there, I think, as well, downhill. So what we'll do is we'll just show you the danger here. So Callum's tee shot ended up in this burn. So anything can quite easily kick right here and end up down here. What there is though, is there is a bit of more built up rough here. So there is the opportunity, I think, to carry across this area. So anything that does go slightly left does have the opportunity to basically come over here and end up on the fairway. Danger though is you could end up behind this. So pin tucked to the right hand side on an elevated golf green. Tough one. You need to get up past those couple of mounded areas, and it's very, very fast from there. So you'll see actually we've got a couple of the balls that have gone right off the back there and have nestled in the rough at the back of the green. It's a downhill putt from there. So Guy Ibarra, I think this will be his fifth, playing across the rough and fringe. Now, what's this ball going to do? That's on the golf green. Is this ball going to travel? Ball needs to stop there and
Stop.
so Guy has just missed left edge there. Callum Haig, downhill putt, very difficult to judge the weight. He's left that short. Another very tough putt. Eddie Ferguson playing across and he's holed it. I think most players are just generally delighted to get off this hole. Callum has missed on the right edge. I think the ball just clipped a tuft of grass as he kicked it and took the line off. So Eddie Hurrell taps in there. Again, apologies for having problems with the gimbal, which seems to be playing up in the heat here. Do our best to ensure that doesn't happen again. So looking back at Group 3, we have, I think, John Grant has found himself off to the left-hand side in the heavy, heavy gorse. It looks like he's going to play this. And that is well out. I tell you what, that's an excellent shot. That just holds up outside the rough, and it has. To get out from there and across the bridge, that's excellent. So Thomas Innes just picking his ball up there from the burn that runs across, so he will be playing his third. So Thomas, what we'll do is we'll just go behind the pin so you can see Thomas there about to play his third. Thomas cannot see the pin, so Thomas is going to have to play up and over the gorse bush in the middle of the fairway, or he can whip it round. It's a bit of a blind shot if I'm being honest. So Thomas, gone high, gone right. And I think from there, that is pretty good. Be playing across the fringe, bit downhill for his par. So we've got Gareth Greer. I think the same thing has happened to Gareth. I think the ball ended up in the burn, so Gareth will be playing his third. Very similar shot. Gareth has also cleared that heavy gorse bush, gone right as well. Both players ending up in a pretty much identical spot there. Let's look at John Grant, who will be playing his third. So John, because of the stance there, could only really toe that out. So couldn't get the ball up onto the elevated golf green. Got David Quigley just coming up to have a look. Quigley's ball, I think that is from the tee, so what a shot that is. As David starts ball out to the left-hand side, and it just caught that hill and bounced off to the left-hand side, so very unlucky. But you can see here, got 3 or 4 hills that can take the ball in either direction, so very, very tough to negotiate. What we're going to do is we're just going to go back and watch the tee shots from group number 4. So you can see the players up there on the elevated tee box. First ball has come down and that has gone across the bridge and settled very nicely in the middle of the fairway for an approach. Second ball there has gone off into the gorse on the right hand side. And up next we have David McDonald. David has started the ball out to the right hand side. Is that going to turn? And that has gone in the burn. So while we're waiting for the players to find the ball, we'll tell you what we've got coming up. We have the rest of the singles first round today. Tees from 1 o'clock through to just before 5 o'clock. We then have round 2 from 8:30 AM tomorrow, and we will be following the singles through to its conclusion tomorrow afternoon. We then have our raffle, and we'll also have all the playoffs tomorrow, including the pairs playoff tomorrow. 2 pairs shooting -11. So be sure to tune in to watch that. And what we've got coming up after that, so Scottish National Tour, this is obviously the pinnacle of our tour calendar. Scottish Open here at Greenock. If you missed this one, or you're watching and you can't wait for your next fix of foot golf, don't have to wait long. We've got Cragan, the Highland Open, next week, Saturday and Sunday, the 31st of July and 1st of August. We've then got the Forth Valley Open, Grangemouth, 29th of August. One of our new courses out there, really looking forward to playing that. Then got a couple of tournaments up here in Scotland in September. We've got the Fife Open at Cluny on the 5th of September, the Angus Open at Brecon, 12th of September, before we head down to Wales and join our Welsh colleagues in Silver Birch towards the end of September for the Welsh Open. We've also got the rearranged Three Nations match, which will take place at Cluny Activities on the 13th, 14th and 15th of August. That competition being sponsored by our partners at Brains Trust. Of course, the Four Nations, which was meant to take place that weekend, that has unfortunately had to be postponed due to coronavirus restrictions, so that will now take place in March next year. As we watch David McDonald through the bush. So yeah, we're obviously delighted that the Four Nations event can take place, and we're also delighted to confirm that the existing qualification criteria that would have applied had that event taken place in 3 weeks' time will still remain. This gimbal is playing up. So Stuart Campbell, second shot here on 3. Stuart Campbell, I think that is probably the best shot we have seen so far. Excellent. So Stuart has left himself an 8-foot putt there for birdie. Stuart taps out there, very nice birdie. Absolutely. First 5 are unforgiven. Just you, mate. Stuart Campbell asking if there's been any birdies in this hole. Seen one from him. So just trying to find the ball here. It's gone off to the left hand side into the heavy gorse. This is a feature all round this course, that anything that's slightly off the fairway, you're almost immediately into some of the thick stuff, and you can either burst your ball or just completely lose it. So the course very punishing and unforgiving. So 4th shot here. That's an excellent effort from there. Line looked good, just left it a bit short. I think next up we will have David McDonald. So David here having the benefit of playing it across the golf at green and fringe. Line here, yeah, up to the right hand side and let the ball feed in. It's just a bit pacey. And look at that ball and how far that has travelled. David literally just tapped that. And the ball has gone 18 feet beyond the pin. So what looked like a good position over there has actually turned out to be quite tough. That's an excellent shot there. Just needed a bit more on it. So David knocks that in. That ball has just gone off to the right hand side. So we'll move on to hole 4. Do you see David McDonald and Stuart Campbell taking a well-earned break, I think?
3 holes in.
So hole 4, another par 4, 145 yards uphill, and this one is fraught with danger. Tee shot, go left, heavy rough, go right, you're into the trees. But the real danger is when you get up near the green, and we saw that yesterday. So Stuart Campbell keeps the ball low. Sensible line there, just playing between the two raised areas of the fairway. Is that ball going to stick?
Didn't quite. Stop.
Next up, David McDonald. Wow, that is a ping. That is excellent. That's over the mound and it's fed back into the centre of the fairway. Very nice. Excellent shot that as well. I think that will get up, and we've seen all 4 players get over the first couple of hills there and pretty much in the middle of the fairway. Mr. Groombridge, good to hear from you. Hope you're well. I will certainly pass on your good luck wishes to all players that we see play this hole in particular, because I think they'll need it. So we see the second shot there from Elliott. That ball has just gone to the right hand side. That's not too bad. I'm just going to wait for this group to play the rest of their second shots, because David Quigley has found himself off to the right hand side in the bushes. Now, we saw this yesterday. I think we'll just go up there. Anything that ends up over on that right hand side, it's very difficult to actually get a stance, very difficult to get anything behind the ball, and you're playing up a hill that, we saw this a few times yesterday, you don't get up there, you're back down to exactly where you were, or potentially even further into the bushes. And you can see David Quigley there just can't get a stance there at all. It's out again. Is this ball going to stick, or will that come back again? I think David has managed to get that out. Now, this one missed the pin by about 10 feet, and you can see what's happening there. That ball is going back to where Mr. Quigley found himself. And that is horrible. So fortunately we have one of our expert rule players here, Mr. Quigley, and he has made it clear that you can retake your shot there. It was an unplayable. He found himself, so line into the pin here. You can maybe see it on camera. It probably doesn't do it justice. There's undulations all over the place, and the pin is probably on the apex of the hill. So you go short, you're coming back, you go long, you're off the other side. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, where you are on this hole in terms of your approach, left, right, or directly below the hole. Everything is fraught with danger. And we've just seen that one as well. Missed left side and it's way down the hill. So David has left his ball short there on the right hand side. Ball has stuck. Next up we have Thomas Innes. Started the ball off to the left, hoping that will just catch the top of the hill and feed down to the right, and that looks pretty good. That's a chance. Very nice. Very sensible and very safe. Is that for your par, Thomas? For your par? So Thomas Innes there for a 6. Wow, that is just missed on the right side now. Is that ball going to stop? It does. Let's just show you the line for David's putt here. He's knocked that in. So John Grant, that started off right but turned left and is in. Gareth Greer also knocks in. So what we saw there was Thomas Innes and David Quigley both take a 6. As we watch David McDonald's approach shot, which has gone off to the right hand side of the fairway, and that could be in a bit of bother. That's nestled beside that thorn bush that we saw David Quigley in earlier. I think this hole, par 4, I think we've heard a lot of talk about take your par and run. I think this hole is take your bogey and bugger off. So I think it will be Stuart Campbell to play next. This will be his third. He's gone left. Stuart just playing the ball up here. Is that going to stop before it gets to this hill? Don't think it will, and I think that will be away. So Stuart, a bit exasperated there, shouted, stop. Colin Ferguson there, that was an excellent shot. Getting your ball to stop anywhere up on this plateau is the absolute key to this hole. The weight is all important. Let's watch Elliott. I think this will be his third. Has that got enough, or is that going to come back? That ball has stopped there as well, so there are a few areas on this plateau where the ball will actually stop. A lot of it you're in the hand of the gods, to be honest. So David McDonald in the thorn bush. He's got out and he's played left, and I think that's sensible because the ball does seem to stop there. There's just a patch of light rough there to allow the ball just to catch before it runs back towards you down the hill. So David has seen Stuart's ball stop there and went for the same spot. Very sensible. So Stuart Campbell for par. Stuart asking the ball to sit, and it has obeyed him. Stuart will take a bogey and run. David McDonald. Now, David was an opportunity to see Stuart's line here, so the ball did veer off slightly to the right hand side towards the end. David started the ball off left, and it's done the same now. Will David's ball sit, or is that away? And there we go. There is the danger on this hole. David missed the cut by less than a foot, and he has ended up 40-50 yards back down the hill. David McDonald, that has gone right, and will that stay? Very nice. Bit of love out here for Stuart Campbell on the course. William Malone, come on cousin, you got this. So Elliott played what I would say is quite a sensible shot there. Just played it so it wouldn't go past the pin and run the danger of coming back down the other side. straight edge, and he is praying that that ball will stop. My goodness, that ball has stopped. I think we all thought it might be away. David has got that ball in. What did you take there, David? 7. Very nice from Elliot there. So we saw all players take a bogey or worse on this hole. And I think this hole could be pretty pivotal in terms of the overall competition. I think it's quite easy here to take an 8, a 9, a 10. You end up yo-yoing really from either side of the hole. Can get very frustrating, and yeah, really need to try and keep the head, I think, on this hole. It can be very, very punishing indeed. So we've got our next group coming up, and I believe in this group we have, and we're about to see the tee shot here from Claire Williams, one of the favourites for the title this weekend. Claire, of course, the reigning Women's Scottish champion from 2020 back here in Greenock. And Claire's tee shot there, sorry, second shot has gone pretty much to the centre of the fairway. So after a straight approach to the pin, we see there Darren Sanderson has gone off to the left hand side, which isn't too bad either. The key is all about the third shot. It's the weight to get it up onto this plateau and get the ball to sit. You can see a few players actually coming up here to check out exactly where they want to put the ball. So Neil Seymour, third shot. He's left that short, so that ball will go back. And next up we will have Stephen Grant. So Stephen's put a bit of whip on that. He's gone aggressive. I think that looks good. That ball is going to sit there. So off to the right hand side or the left as we look at it from the pin is probably the safest place to go here. So Claire Williams, third shot, left foot. She's also going to go left. Now where is that ball going to go? Is that ball going to sit there, or is it off the back of there and down into the rough? I think it might just. That ball has sat right on the edge there. So Darren Sanderson. That's heavy. And that ball is just going to feed off and down here. That is a very, very tough putt from there. You're playing up onto a fairly short plateau. You play it long, you're away back down on the left hand side. So Claire Williams for par. Claire has started the ball off to the left, played it short of the hole. Don't know if that was intentional. And that ball, I think, is away. That's, again, the danger on this hole. Anything short and on that right hand side as you're approaching is just going to feed off there, and I think Claire might be in the bush.
Right for Neil to go, Claire.
So Neil Seymour, his fourth shot. That looks good. That looks really good. Is that going to stop? Is that going to stop? Well done. Neil knocks that in. Even the good putts this hole doesn't like very much. So Claire Williams, shot number 5 from the bush. So Claire goes with the toe. Just wonder if that has enough to sit up there, or if that is going to stick.
Me or you, Dad?
Your thing.
Yeah, that's it.
So Stephen Grant next to go. Stephen played a really good approach shot here. Played it safe into that patch of light rough over there. So that has missed on the right edge, and I think that will go. That is outrageous. Stephen Grant has gone aggressive, and I think that is going to end up back to where he was 2 shots ago. In fact, Darren Sanderson starts it off left. That is horrible. That ball, I think, is just going to stick there on the edge. So, Claire Williams, shot number 6. So Claire taps in for 7, which, to be honest, is not the worst score that we're going to see on this hole. So Stephen and Darren in a very similar position there for their putt, and Darren's has sat was a little bit shorter initially. Stephen's a bit more aggressive, and you can see what's happened to that. That is away again. That bush is causing a lot of bother down there. So Darren, very sensible. Yeah. So Stephen is towed out from that bush. I don't think that will... Wow, that has sat again on the edge there. There seems to be random patches of rough that the ball will sit on.
Oh. Thanks for filming that.
Apologies, mate.
Finish, yeah, Grumpy. Well, that'll cheer them all up at home, won't it?
So Darryl Grover, you're absolutely right. Tough hole to play, it seems. Very, very tough hole, and I think we will see that throughout the day. I think anyone that manages to get a par on this hole has played it excellent. So I think what we will do is we will spare the next group the pain of being filmed on this hole, and we will move on. So hole number 5, another par 4, 105 yards up the hill. Tee box this year has been moved back to the right hand side. Last year it was over to the left, just round about here. The pin is tucked up right at the back of the golf green, at the very top of that hill. So the trick on this hole, keep your first shot over to the left. There's a patch of rough. The ball will stick there, and that leaves you a fairly straightforward pass up the hill to the back of the golf green, and hopefully a very simple tap in for birdie. Danger here is anything that doesn't catch that rough on the left hand side. There's a huge camber back the way and left to right, so it'll be interesting to see how the players approach this shot. Got a mix of left and right foot here as well, so let's see what happens. First up there, Neil Seymour. He's gone dead centre of the fairway, and as you can see, the ball is just coming back. Just going to sit there in the rough, the other side of the track. We'll be asked to mark the ball there. Next up, Claire Williams, left foot. Claire going for that patch of rough.
Come on,
And that
is ridiculous.
It's taken a very unkind bounce there. I think Claire's absolutely right there. That is preposterous. And the ball running back down the track there gives her a very difficult second shot as well from there. Darren Sanderson with the toe. Now that is a brave shot. That is going to feed left to right. Might just catch the rough before it trickles back down onto the path.
No, because it's not a game of skill, is it? It's just a game of luck now.
So Stephen Grant, left foot. So he has played a bit more sensibly, I would say. Just passed that over and caught the rough on the right hand side, taking the camber off the hill out of the equation. So John McGowan, what an unbelievable hole. That was hole number 4. I think if we had a stroke index here for the easiest to toughest hole, to be honest, there's not a lot of easy holes on this course. That would 100% be the toughest, I think. As I said earlier, take a bogey and bugger off on that hole. So watch Claire Williams there, play her second on the 5th. So Claire has gone left, and I think that ball will sit there. Just thinking about it. I'll catch that rough there, so it's not too bad. The hole being a par 4, so approach up and hopefully I tap out for a par there. So Neil Seymour has gone aggressive again. I don't think that's got the legs to get up there. I think this could be coming back.
Well, you can't hit the first one. What do you hit that back? You know, I didn't hit it off the ground, didn't I?
So Darren Sanderson has gone direct, and has he got the legs to get up there? Has that made it? Wow. That flirted with the edge of the golf green there and just didn't quite have enough. I think an extra 5 or 10% that would have been there. And Darren has ended up exactly where Neil is. Now we've got Stephen Grant here. I think this is a very, very hard shot. Stephen has decided to stick with the rough there, and if that ball holds anywhere there, that is excellent. That is a very sensible shot there. Very intelligent player, Stephen. So we've got Neil Seymour playing the 3rd there. It's quite deceptive, the green up there. What you can't see is there is a second ridge that you need to cross to get up to the flag. Ball should sit on the first ridge on the actual green itself. But there is a second ridge to get up there, so can afford to give it a little bit more. So Darren Sanderson, 3rd shot, he's put a little bit more behind that and he's gone left. That should be fine. We'll just sit in the rough at the edge of the green there.
It's an easy go. Turn it off.
So Claire Williams with the left. This looks good. This looks excellent, in fact. That is a top quality shot. That's got a chance. And that's in! Wow.
Love this, Cobbs. Come
on, you got to laugh at the irony.
Fantastic birdie there from Claire. So Stephen Grant from a very tough position there on the right hand side. He's done well. Left himself a tricky downhill putt, but he's done well to get up there. Darren Sanderson starts the ball left, heavy, left to right turn now. What is this ball going to do?
Stop there, Dan. Stop. Right effort. Come off you there. What you say, just think that.
Ooh. Stephen Grant plays very sensible and safe so far. I think that might be away.
So remember you can turn unplayable. Yeah. Back on full green now. I just seen it get round.
So I think we can see back down there, Stephen has gone back down to where the tracks are. That is very, very unlucky, but that's a difficulty. Coming up from the right side, you really need to find the rough at the back of the pin to hold your ball, and then you've got a very tricky downhill putt. Anything long is just going to do exactly what we saw with Stephen, and it's just going to go. John McGowan, unbelievable shot, Claire. You're absolutely right, that was incredible. Andy Sparks, shot. A lot of love on the course and on the live stream for Claire Williams today after that shot.
Yeah, with my language, you would have laughed. The course has got the better of me so far, that's all I'll say.
If you got that in her normal language, please turn on the X-ray channel.
I think roughly, Stephen, it's about here, but you can always change it slightly.
So Claire, a lot happier after hole 5 compared to hole 4. I think it's safe to say.
Couldn't be less happy. I'll put it roughly here, but put it where it's roughly around here, isn't it?
So
It might be a bit
what Stephen has done here is he's taken an unplayable, I think, so he's back to where he was for his 4th, so this will now be his 6th. Decisions.
that'll go, that's a much better shot. Now front there goes there. Yes. Yeah, well, it's safe. Oh. I'd like to say the same, but I think we've got this one, isn't it? It's a couple of nice ones, and it's actually small.
Then I feel what we bought on the buggy for you.
So we're just waiting for the next group to come through. So what we'll do is we'll get a quick update on the leaderboard. So Gio Stewart 1 under through 1. Stuart Campbell evens through 6. Rob Mucklow evens after 1. Sam Johnson, Brian McMahon and Paul McFarlane also all evens after 1. We don't have anyone else even or under at this point in time. I think that shows just how tough the opening holes in this course are. Expect those scores to change as we go into the back nine. Certainly a bit more straightforward, or a bit more forgiving, I would say, on the back nine. So other players that we've got that are out, that are through 3 holes or more: Stephen Cameron, 1 over; Tiernan McGee, 1 over; Mick Bogue, 1 over, all through 3. Then we have Claire Williams, 2 over through 3; Kyle McGee King, 2 over through 3; Raz Onchoy, 2 over through 3; and Chris Upton, 2 over through 3. So I think some of the live leaderboard there won't have updated for the last couple of holes. Yeah, I think that will change after I've got scores in from hole 4 and 5. So let's go back. So we are back to still in hole 5, but the next group. So we have got Tiernan McGee, Stephen Cameron, and Ali White. Got Stephen Cameron. I suspect Stephen's shot would have been a lot longer than where he has left himself there, and that ball will have rolled back. He's now got a choice to make, and that is a sensible option. He's played out to the right hand side as we look at it and into the rough there. Next up we have our Irish player, Tiernan McGee. Tiernan has got some strike on him, so I think he'll go for this. So Tiernan, that ball is up now. What will it do? Will it sit there? That's just not had enough on it. No, no. Stephen, didn't stop. That 100% didn't. Uh, 423, mate. Thanks, mate. I need it. So Tiernan McGee has hit his second shot and he has gone off to the, or stayed on the right hand side. I think that's all you can really do over there. Very unfortunate. Ball was up on the green and just didn't quite stop at any point. So next up, Ali White. So Ali has played that very sensibly. Caught the rough here on the left hand side. Give himself a good line into the pin for birdie. So I think we might have Tiernan in a wee spot of bother over here. Ball looks like it's on the very edge of the rough. He's able to get a stance. So Tiernan well out. Needs that ball to stop. I think he'll be delighted. So next up we have Bridgeend's Stephen Cameron. His third shot here. So Stephen very sensibly keeping that ball to the right as we look at it. We'll have a similar shot to Ali there from the rough. So Tiernan McGee, very tough shot from where he was. He's got a couple of ridges to negotiate. Camber running heavily left to right at the very end, and that is excellent. That ball should stick there. It's a fantastic shot. Very difficult to judge and control the weight from where Tiernan was there. So he'll tap in for 6, I think. So Ali White, you could almost sense the nerves there. So Stephen Cameron, he'll have the benefit here. He'll have seen the line that Ali's ball took. Also have a better idea of the weight to put on the ball. That looks good. Stephen Cameron knocks in for par. For a 4. Par 4, mate, yeah. Excellent par there from Stephen Cameron.
Pars are feeling like eagles today.
I think Stephen summed up the first 5 holes on this course very well. Pars feel like eagles. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the footage for now. I'm going to get myself a spot in the shade for the next 5 minutes and a bottle of water, and we will be back very, very shortly. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, and see you in 5 to 10 minutes.